All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Monday, so that good morning was a little less enthusiastic than normal. Oh, rough Monday. May or may not have tweaked my back. Hey, thank you, Sonny. Subscribe with a tier 3 sub. I appreciate that. You were going to make so many points on that. Okay, so the question is, if I was going to change the name of the tokens or the points, they're called treasure buttons right now, but that seems like a mouthful to say. What should I change it to? I'm looking for suggestions. Should they just be just buttons? Should they be buttons? When I first put this together, I kind of tried to come up with some ideas, but it was like a list of them where none of them were really super good. When did the community challenge get? It literally got completed when we were doing our outro for the podcast last night. Gasparella put in her points and completed it. Like literally as we were just about to end the stream. Yeah. I was just like, no! My first reaction was no, but then I was like, well, it's done, so I can actually set up and get the video and stuff together for it, so. it happened just, I should have just helped finish it on Friday. If I was that concerned about it, like, I think what I tried to do is I tried to have too much control over that, and it's not about me. I should set the challenge, and then however you guys complete it, whether it be on that night or whenever it is, that it should just be what it's going to be. And yeah, that was my bad. I was just like, no, don't spend your points until Monday. And I'm like, I think about it now and I'm like, that's stupid. Just let people have fun. That's the whole point of those challenges and doing those things. So like, no. It's supposed to be a fun thing to do, so. But yes, we got it completed, so we get to do this. Hey! Special treat for our furry friend got completed. We raised 100,000 of our buttons, our treasure buttons. And the video is ready. I just went and grabbed the video too, so I have all of that set up and ready to go too, so. So, let's do our grand reveal here. Let's put this here. I think I am going to grab that other one though. Media source. I think that was 4. I think that was a new one. Yeah, there it is. We're going to put this. Ooh, let's put this over here. It's on the way of other things. We're going to put that there. And then we're going to change out this video. Are we ready for the grand reveal of Sora getting her special treat? If I had a drum roll sound, I would do a drum roll. Here we go. So she has to wait for commands before she's allowed to have her treat. So she has to be patient. Then she gets her salmon. Yay! She's a good girl. She knows how all this works. And she's like, I like it. I like salmon. I like salmon. Please, sir, I would like the salmon. I'm going to ignore the salmon now until you tell me okay. Oh, and then she gets a command. Bam. Treatos. Treatos for the puppers. And she's super, super gentle. So we worked with her a whole bunch about making sure she's not like trying to snag something out of your hand and bite you and stuff like that. And so she's super, super gentle. I love this side face where she's just like, I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying attention. Oh, I get to lick salmon fingers? Oh, salmon fingers. This is my life, everybody. Literally, this is my life. This is what I do for a living. I give dogs treats and play around with this stuff. There it is. There's our treat video. Look at that, Sonny. We did a thing. How about that? I'm making some adjustments to our stuff here. Because I can, and it's fun. Here we go. So we've got a new treat video. So now, when we go back to our next screen, so that's the thing. You may have missed when we hit our grand 1000, but you are the first and only one to get to watch the treat video. So this is actually a special just for you, my friend. I'll make some adjustments here a little bit. There we go. She's a happy dog. Okay, so now if we switch back, it should put those back. Yeah, put that back there. But I think what I want to do, Brad, move. I'm making a few adjustments to the stream here. Hold on. Okay, so that does that. There we go. It's kind of weird. I'll have to work on that some more later, but I think we're going to put that right there for now. Okay, so with that, that means we have to change out. We can complete our challenge here. So let's go into power-ups. Mark as complete. Confirm. There we go. So that means that our boyfriend. Let's leave Sora's picture up there for now. So people who know who this is. This is Sora. And then on Wednesday, I'll swap it out and we'll have a new challenge for Patch to get him a treat as well. We can get a new video for him. But that will give people a chance to watch today's stream and build up some more points too. So I think it's around a win-win all the way around. So she's so happy. Happy dog. Very well behaved happy dog. Ooh, you know what I forgot to turn on? Aha! I'm getting better. I almost forgot Firebot. Let's see if it crashes my OBS now that I'm trying to open up another thing in the middle of a stream that's already running. I don't know. We didn't figure out exactly Oh, it changed the size of my character here too. No, that's not what I wanted. Dang it. Okay. Made mistakes. Forgot that you can't move one without it moving the other one. There we go. I like when he's nice and big here. Yeah, we did it. We got to our goal, Bishak. We did. It's very exciting. Here, I'll switch over and you can see the video nice and big. She's a very good pupper, so she has to wait for the command before she's allowed to have her treat. She's a little impatient, but she figures it out. She's smart. And then she plays the game where she looks away like, if I don't see it, then I don't know it exists. But then she's really gentle when she takes it from my fingers. She doesn't bite me. She doesn't try to snap at it or anything like that. She does really good. We've had to do a lot of training to not necessarily not have her do that, but just make sure that she understands that that's how you do it. And she's a good pupper. And then she gets to lick all of the salmon fingers. That's how this works. I'm pretty sure that's how life works, right? If you're a good person, good dog, then you get to lick salmon fingers. Pretty sure. That seems legit to me. There she goes. Then she got the command. I'm gonna ignore it. Okay, no, I didn't, oops, I didn't get the command. Okay, I'm waiting. Oop, that's the word. Okay, yeah. Nom. There you go, you got my voice acting skills right there for you. That's the voice. That's how the voice is in my head with my animals. I come up with little fun stuff for them to be like, I'm not looking, it's not there. Oh, yeah, no. Happy dog. There we go. All right. We did that for the day. We were able to complete that on Friday evening. So that was fun. I was telling Sunny here a second ago, we're going to let this run for the entire stream today. And then on Wednesday we'll have a new challenge for everybody for patch. So we'll do that one. And this time I won't make it a month and a half trying to get as many points as we can to get to 100. We'll make it actual reasonable that we can finish it within a good time frame. I will try my best. Let's just say that. In the meantime, we need to do you get prepped for stuff. A couple things I can do for book pages. I know this is going to be 2026. This one is going to come out in 26. For sure. So I know that this is good. these two things need to be... I need to remember to change these out because these are not done yet. Those are something. So based off of our what we got from Twitch ads and subs, which Sunny just subbed with a tier 3. Thank you, Sunny. We actually are able to get our ISBN here pretty soon, which will be good. I think I have to remember, I have to look at, I have a whole sheet that tells me what my process is and which things when they pop up. I think I have to get more further into the illustrations before I can get the ISBN, but I believe we have the money now for the ISBN. Where's my little... No, where'd my little tag go? It told me all the... Oh no, where'd my piece of paper go? No, where'd it go? Anyways, I think we're good. I'll have to find that piece of paper later. I put it somewhere. It lists all of my... Shoot, I don't know what I do with that. That's okay. We'll figure it out later. We could also look it up on stream real quick too. That is part of the bookmaking process. Okay, so I know I've already talked about it once. Let's just go look at it again. Properties, make sure I'm grabbing the right. Safari, there we go. Move Illustrator out. Okay. So for anybody looking to publish a book in the United States, Boker is the place that you want to go and get your ISBNs. If you're planning on getting your own ISBN, there are other ways to get ISBNs. You don't have to get them from Boker, but if you would like to own your own, then this is where you need to get them from. With that... Oops, I pressed buttons. ISBNs. 221 ISBN is 125. Okay, so we're almost there. We're about, yeah, I think we're halfway. We're halfway to where we need to be to get for our next ISBN with our stream. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Hopefully these have been entertaining enough that it is worth putting your money towards this book project. So, which, if you did not know, anybody that watches the stream, watches an ad, subs to the channel, gives bits or prime subs, any of those things, these are the things that it goes back towards. It goes back towards, 1, getting treats for Sora and Patch, and 2, for getting the materials needed to be able to publish the next kids books in my series. So like this guy, this ISBN, this is what you need for your identifier for your book, or across the country and across the world, in fact. So that is one of the costs. The other cost is the barcode there. So what I will probably do is do this bundle, this one ISBN, one barcode for 150. So we're about halfway to this number, the 150, with what we've been doing on stream. So that's exciting. So thank you. I appreciate that. So that will come hopefully a little bit later in the process. Once we get a few more pages illustrated and down the road. So like this page is all basically done. The squares and stuff, the background, that's all staying the same. The dedication here, I have it written, but I'm not ready to put it onto this page quite yet. So technically the only two things left are the ISBN and then the Library of Congress control number. And this is a number that is assigned. Once you register with the Library of Congress, they give you a pre-assigned number, and then once your book is published, then you have to send them a free copy of your book so that they can determine whether or not they actually want to add it to the Congress's collection or not. And I believe even if they don't, they'll catalog the information so that it's part of their stuff. But it will, I think if they don't end up choosing to add it to their catalog, then they take the book and either donate it or I don't know if they sell them or not. So either way, like your book will be in the New York system, the Washington DC, somewhere in that system up there. So more in circulation, the better. But yeah, that one comes way later in the process. So like for me, this page is kind of almost, there's not much else that we can do on that page for now. Besides that change of that to 26 at the moment. So that's page 2. Page 3, this is what we were working on Friday, getting kind of figured out, kind of messing with some of the stuff here. And then our next big one is number 4. So we've got 2, 3, and 4 up on our docket here. But these ones, 2 and 3, are kind of on hold at the moment. So we can move on to number 4. And ignore when I bring up these pages and they have these little arrows on them. The arrow is just to indicate for me which direction the page is going. So that will tell me that the right side of this page is where the binding is going to be. That's going to be the center spread. And then it goes out towards the left. So the free side is the left side. So it's just a reminder for me so that I don't forget that that's what's going on. So technically this page is our first page in our actual story. So even though you have a 32-page book, like this is a 32-page book, which is very standard in the industry for kids' picture books, you have a dedication page with your copyright. And some of these are different combinations, right? You can have a title page with a copyright or have a title page with a dedication. It just kind of how you want to splice them together and how your story works. For me, I ended up splitting these into dedication, copyright, so those are on one page, and the title page is next on that. So it's just kind of redoing what the cover is. I don't understand what the title pages really are for, but they're necessary. Maybe if the cover gets beat up, then there's something to show what it is on the inside, but it's probably what it's for. But just got done eating tacos. Nice. Tacos are good. But yeah. So I have those 2 pages. I have a blank page for number 1 because sometimes you need a blank. And then number 4 is where we start on our story. So I need to grab my story so that I know what's going on, what I've written. Okay, so we need to grab, now that I'm reacquainted with what's going on, we're going to need our master file. Because we're going to need to pull some of this. So we can get rid of pages 2. Let's go ahead and save that. We can get rid of page 3. We just need page 4. There we go. So what we're going to need to do, and I think these are updated. Yeah, these are their heights. Okay, so this is where the tricky part of this story is going to come in, is because I have these guys set up with their heights. So I kind of went through with my process of setting up my master page here, where I have the character designs, I have some of their faces and how I want them to emote. Some of them I have to, like you could see, some of them are not complete here. Especially across those different characters. Some of them are. And then these far left ones, these are the adult characters for them. But I have 2 different age ranges for them. Young kittens, puppy, and then adult cats, animals. So because I did that, I actually made a height comparison which shows their starting kitten height and then their finished, adult size. So that is one of the things that this book is going to be about, because the whole series has a time component to it. So I wanted the characters to advance and grow over time. So, and a lot of stories that have things to do with that, they just they deal with the social emotional part of it, like learning things and stuff like that. But I actually wanted to have the component where there was a physical difference between the two that you could see. So part of our pages here at the beginning of the story let's see, let's just open this up here. I think I might have just revealed the title of the book, but that's okay. It happens. It's a scuffed kind of day and week. Let's see. We're gonna need some special marks. We're gonna need this one. Copy. Back to page 4. I think we're gonna need 2 of these. Pretty sure it's what my story says. Let's see. That's that. Here's a story layout. Move this down here. There we go. We'll do it like that. So we need to copy. Ooh, did not stay the same. 37.51. This is 10. Why I went down to 10? That was weird. Okay, so that's one of them. Back to our layout. Copy. Paste. Okay, so this is what we're working with today. So depending on what the action is or how I decide to illustrate this page, these are the two things that I have to work around. So one of the things I want to do is I want to flip this sideways, because there's one side where technically, so I guess I should say, like, the way I structured this for these word bubbles is you can see how the little points, oops, one goes off to the left, one goes off to the right. I kind of wrote it in a way that I was like, okay, or when I designed it, I was like, okay, one direction is for me and one direction is for my wife, for Dreamer. So it's like each, and you can read it either way, or you can read it like one person is saying it if you want. It doesn't hurt. Like, it's written in a way that it can be adapted either direction. You've got that one thing. I've got what one thing? You triggered one direction? Wait, how did I trigger one direction? I'm confused. Because I pointed them in a direction? But that's kind of what the way I read it, or where I put it together. There's two voices here. Button sure has grown big fast. He's like, feels like we just adopted him yesterday. So that's the page that I'm going to be interested. You said one direction and the song started in my, I'm sorry, I apologize. I made that song pop up in your head. That is my fault. Put the words on its own separate page. Okay, so I gotta figure out, I want to have him on the page in both forms. I have to figure out a mechanic that would be kind of fun to illustrate that. I have kind of an idea of a way to do it. Let's see. Ooh, that's a question. Okay. So I have an idea. But I don't know if it's going to work or not. So we might have to try it and see if we like it or not. Transform, range, then to back. Let's do that. We'll try out some of the mechanics first, and then we'll see if it's going to fly or not. Let's see. Let's make this. Make that like a brownish color. Like he's in a picture frame. I've seen this done. I know like in anime they do a different way where they kind of they show the two characters next to each other. Like I'm using a different type of style for this, where I'm thinking about using like a picture of Buttons when he was little as a kitten in a picture frame on the wall as a frame of action for what time, right? The comparison between the two. I know in other like shows, books and stuff like that, they'll set them next to each other, kind of like I had at the beginning, where they'll just have them like this, and then they'll have them like looking at each other or referencing each other, or putting an arrow between each other in that way. I don't know which one I think would be better. Sometimes I'll come up with an idea, like I'll build out this page and I'll put the character in this frame, I'll do all this stuff, and then I'll get to the end and I'll be like, you know what, it doesn't really work. And then I'll have to come up with a different idea. Or I'll go on to another page and then come back to this one. Oh, I was just thinking like a panel from one of the first books, then the older Buttons is talking almost like breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, that's the fun part of this is he is kind of a fourth wall breaking character, because he's appeared in so many different things and taken over parts of my social media stuff sometimes. He is one of those characters that is self-aware that where he exists. He's had many forms, so he's not unaware. I'd have to look to see. That's actually not a bad idea to pull. I wonder if I can just pull that picture from. That's a good idea, Sonny. I like that. Let's do some messing around. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of. We want the other words gone. Like something like that would be good. We could crop it down too. Okay, before we do that, let's... Don't say it. Let's make a duplicate. I don't want to mess up that file, so... Duplicate... Yeah, I think you're right. I think it would be good if maybe we put this in the frame. That one's that. Where is... Well, get rid of that one. There, we could leave it like that. I wonder if I should make him bigger. That's good. Let's grab this. Oh wow. Wait, how did I do that? I missed one of his eyes. Let's see. Let's not do those real quick. Select all. Now we'll unlock that. Grab that. Select. Change some things a little bit. I like that. Come on, Tahoe. Oh, there's nothing. That's why. Okay. Yeah, let me kind of reference back to that last page of book 1. Let's export that as PNG. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's just... It's gonna hate me for this, but that's okay. I think it's okay. Don't need the guides. Okay, let's grab everything. Copy. So that's that. This page 4. We're gonna do this on its own layer because it's gonna be a massive pull here. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, I've got an idea. Let's see. Do that. Let's grab our frame from over here. Let's put it on top of this. Let's get rid of the center. Nice. Now we have a nice little frame here. What we'll do, we're going to plop, make that little dot. We should be able to put a couple line segments. Let's see, stroke. Just make it black for now. Let's just leave it as a 2-point. Leave it as a 2-point for now. Lots of for nows right now. Copy, paste. Transform, we'll reflect it. Let's see, let's try to make this just about right. There we go. There we go. So we've got those 3 things. Let's group them together. Group. Let's send it to the back. Arrange. Send it back. Okay. And then we can adjust it if we need to. Like that looks better. Shorter span. And I can mess with the colors and stuff later once I get a little bit more in depth on what I'm doing here. Let's see. It's a good reference. Let's see, I need that. These are all the shadows. That's that window. Don't know if we're going to need any of that. I do need... let's do this. Select all, copy. New layer, paste on here. Let's see, I want to do... change this, put this down here, put this down here, make that baseboard bigger because he's bigger, and then let's pull this color, that, we want a square back here. Range. Center back. There we go. I don't know why those are rounded. Come on. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. All the little snaps. That's not helping. There we go. Sometimes the snaps are nice, sometimes the snaps are not so nice. They're kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. Okay, so we kind of have him grounded in a space here. We definitely will need to do something with his face and how he looks and stuff like that, but now don't think we need this one for the moment, which is fine. Let's do some fun here. Let's select all, group them all together. Let's move it up a little bit here. So part of it is that I want to fit some kind of illustration in of what's going on, but then I also have to fit in the words too that I want to be able to say, so. Let's see. hopefully all these mouse clicks are coming through on stream. That would be fun. I heard a couple of them. Yeah, I got a loud mouse for that. It's okay. It's gonna happen. Okay, one of the things we need to... Did I change that up here? I think I changed that up here, but I didn't change that on the old version. I did not. Okay. Yeah. Have to make some adjustments to that. So one of the things I like to do is make those little pads to go in for the animals behind there. Trying to rush here. We are a minute and 30 seconds from our first break here. Ooh, while we are getting ready for our break, we'll pause right here at the moment. Get it? Pause. Pause. Ha. Ha. Oh, okay, I'll see myself out. What do you think we should name the channel points? I know, we kind of got distracted. Sonny, you said just buttons. Should they just be buttons? Buttons points? Buttons... Button points? Like B-U-T-T-O-N points? Button coins? Buttons? I think I said that already, but... Would love some ideas. I was for just buttons. Yeah, maybe that might be the best bet. Okay, so we change them to just buttons. Okay, we should be coming up for our first break here. Hey, there it is. Our break popped up. And Pat is screaming in the background. That is not correct. There we go. Had to fix that. We were kind of trying to think of some way to give it a name that's kind of like tokens or some kind of like a two-word name for them. Because a lot of people kind of do similar things with their channel points. Like channel points, that makes sense, right? Should they be buttons points? Or button points? Should I change them to treats? They should be treat points? They might need to be treat points. I also have an idea to add some more rewards in here and there would be like high reward stuff for some of the merchant stuff that I put together, some of the postcards, stickers, things like that. I was trying to think if there was I would have to figure out how to be able to safely get people's addresses if I wanted to send them something. If I had a bunch of stuff left over from events that I do, if I could give them away on stream as well for people in the redemption of points. So if like somebody wanted to save up in 100,000 points or something like that, could they trade in those points for like a signed copy of one of my books, or maybe the postcards or bookmarks or something like that? Like trying to figure out a way to, if there's a way to do that, but make it so that it's safe and secure for people that would have to give their address to be able to do that, and also not to game the system or break it or do anything like that. So kind of wishful thinking at the moment, but ideas that I would like to maybe figure out how to do, but okay, ads are done. Let me double check something. I forgot to grab the iPad. I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab that. I forgot my DPS channel is subbed to to the Tahoe Anime one, so I don't get to see the ads anyway, so nippity. It's one of those days. The scuff continues. It must be Monday. It must be Monday. Okay. We should be back. Should be back from ads. Hopefully your Monday is going much better than my Monday is, Sunny. I'm hoping. It's not horrible, but it definitely feels like it's been a scuffed couple days. I'm still feeling a little shitty from last night when OBS crashed. It's kind of where I'm at. Like, I feel responsible for some reason. I know it wasn't my fault. I know it was just, you know, OBS crashes like that, but I still feel poopy when it does. Like, I could have done something better that would have made it so that it didn't do that. In a good mood today. Hey, that's good. I'm glad. That's good to hear. No, we want to object. We want to group those two together. So we got that. Copy, paste, reflect. Let's go over here now. That one. There we go. Okay, so that guy, he's been updated. We should have the hands still. To update these. They're way too big. There we go. I think it's a little bit better. Now I just need there to be no holes showing up. A-holes. Yeah. I was watching your stream last night. I saw you die when you were battling. Before we did our stream for the podcast. I watched you die in space. I love how you were like, wait, why don't I have my helmet on? What happened? Wait, why don't I have it? You're like, where's all my stuff? I was like, oh, he did not go in prepared. Let's see, I think that's the wrong way, right? No, that's right. That's the one that's wrong. Transform, reflect. There we go. Stuff magically unequipped sometimes. Yeah, I would. Those N2Cs are relentless. Yeah, it looked like it. Like they were not gonna let up on you in any way, shape, or form, for sure. But it was interesting because I know that game is in a quote unquote beta still. Like it's not fully out. So like I would expect some of that stuff to be janky, but it's been out for years now, hasn't it? Still alpha? Yeesh. But it's been out for a long time. Young expressions. Do I want? I think I want one like this. This is where it's going to take me the most time, is getting all of these faces and stuff built out. Different things. What was I going to do? Oh, I need to pick the correct layer. Let's get rid of young, old, paste. We need to match it now. Yeah, that game, I feel like it's been around for a while, hasn't it? In alpha, in its alpha state. I thought. Okay, there we go. Those noses align now. You know what I do want to do? I don't want to do that. I want to copy and paste this one. Take these things. Perfectionism is killing me. Do that. Okay, so now that's all the correct size. Let's see. That should go. Haha, did not. Meep. Okay, that's sitting on top of that. Copy. If I put it here, will it be on? No. Okay, so I have to remember how to combine these. Should be able to group them like that. They should move now. Yeah. Should be able to copy that. Move back over. Let's see. At least 13 years, but they've added so much from its inception from what I've been told. You couldn't even go out to space for the first few years, is what I was told. Now we have two systems to travel between and various planets and mining bases and such. They even went to add in-game economy system and crafting system. Oh, okay. So we're like, it's been 13 years, but it's still building on top. Is all of that? How big is that game on your system? Like, are we talking about like 20, 30, 50 gigs? Or are they housing most of this on their own servers? Over 100 gigabytes. Okay. I thought so. I was like, there's no way. I mean, it was still being a little glitchy last night and stuff like that, but I was like, it's got to just be super big. It can't be running off of a server. Be no way. The game's way too big for it to be able to do that. Maybe if you had that Japanese internet that they've been working on, that's like 1 petabit per second transfer speeds, but they have so many servers for the server messing. That's a huge file. That's a lot of stuff. Oops. Server meshing. Okay. I was like, I think that's what he was talking about. Okay, so we want these to be on top of that. Yeah, I saw a new cap of over 700 players in a shard at once. Oh, wow. That must have been down to like 3 frames per second moving around in there. Ooh, you know, kind of like this, Sunny, where we're referencing the book one because it's really fun. These are the fun moments for me. Like, that idea was a good one. Now I have the circles in here too, which is definitely a reference back to book one because that's where the circles were. But we also have our squares now on the background, so we tie into the new stuff here. It's happening. We're doing it. Well, it seemed to be going fine on my end, but I was definitely surprised by how many in the shard. Nice. Yeah, even when I was watching you last night, I was like, it's either... Because it was... my son walked over and he's just like, oh, he must be playing Star Citizen, and I could tell because of the chunking, the little pauses in the video and stuff like that. I was like, okay, so it's either... the stream is going out and it's getting cut because so much is going on, or whatever the 100 other things it could be when you're streaming like that. So, and if that game is that big and intensive as you have said, then it's definitely eating a lot for sure. He's hungry. It wants all of the information. It wants everything. Yeah, the stream was a little laggy. Okay, so this is where, when I'm doing words, trying to get these set up now, I have to pay attention to placement. We always have to read left to right, top to bottom. So if I stagger them like this, technically top to bottom, you would read this one first, and then left to right. So this one to be first, this one to be second, which we don't want. We want this one to be first, this one to be second. So I have to move this stuff around a little bit. Figure out some of that. Let's see, what did we do? What sizes are... It's almost a 5. Okay, so we're good. There we go. Make sure we'll save our work here. Judiciously saving things. That's saved. That one I don't have to worry about. That one's just for stream stuff. definitely want to save this one just in case. This is a scary part now because if we have 3 big pieces of stuff going on and we crash Illustrator, it's definitely going to be a problem. Ooh, I know what I want. I think I know what I want to do. Let's add another layer. Oops, that's the wrong button. Layer. Let's get rid of this. Do that did not do that right. Copy paste. Maybe that is right. I think I'm gonna fix it though. I'm gonna do it right. Fine, I'll do it right. I won't do it the half-assed way. 90. Okay, we're gonna do a object repeat radial. That's gonna do. We're gonna be able to make a bunch of repeats here, but we gotta get it centered correctly. Here we go. Maybe something like that, where we're really highlighting that. May need some fine tuning on that. So we've got little bumpers on the page here. So if you can see these little guides here, these are the guides that I've set up for words and stuff like that. So our center gully is over here on the right hand side. So we definitely want to keep things out of this right hand side as much as we can. And then our centralized stuff needs to be more towards the middle. Words and stuff like that need to be inside of this outside cut just in case they crop it kind of funky or cut it weird when they do the printing. So question is, I have to put this somewhere. It's a little too high. Our little string here is kind of causing problems for our graphic. It's fine. Let's go back to here. We need to grab shadows. character needs something to ground himself in reality, so the shadows is how we do that. So the question is, what? That's just a multiply on a gray? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, my bit rate would go from excellent to poor often. I wonder if they were having issues because maybe that's why my stream crashed. Well, no, because that was an OBS crash, though. That wouldn't have been... Those two are not connected like that, so... Not sure. There we go. Give it a little bit of rounding there. But you were right. Very resource intensive. Yeah, I figured as much. That's why I was streaming directly from my talent. Yeah, I'm hoping that... I was thinking about that when I was seeing the lag issues. Is like, man, I hope the talent isn't having issues trying to keep up. I hope it's something else. It's network or whatever else, because I'd hate for that to be the case. I'm thinking it's my bandwidth, maybe. That could be. You said you had fiber, though, right? So you were running 1,000 up, 1,000 down. I believe is what we talked about. Nope. Oh, okay. I don't know why I was thinking you had super, super fast. Yeah, I want him pointing into the middle of the book. Because this is going to be page 4. Let's bring up page 5 real quick too. Page 5. So this is the opposite side of it. This is the right-hand side of that same page. Yeah, so this would be the left side. This would be the right side. These are the spreads. So I don't design mine. A lot of illustrators design theirs in spreads. And a spread is like the two sheets together. It kind of looks like the covers when I've shown the covers on here. So a lot of designers do theirs in spreads like this, without the spine in the middle. And then they just have to tell the printer, you know, like cut from here this way, or you know, they have to do some things to make it work that way. I'm doing more. I'm not doing full spreads on mine because I'm doing more of that comic. I know even though comics do have spreads and stuff like that, or have things that go across, I'm doing more like manga style where they don't have the spreads. It's just straight panels on either side of the page constantly. Maybe it's a thing that I'll get into later when we get further down into the books, get a little bit more advanced and have some spreads on some of those. But I think the beginning ones, oh, actually, yeah, I do have some ideas for spreads on later books. So yeah, spreads will come later. I think we are supposed to have speeds of like 600 gigabytes. That's pretty fast. 600 megabytes or 600 gigabytes? Because that's almost a terabyte of, I mean, that's half of a terabyte of speed. That's really fast. Megabytes. Okay, that's what I thought. It's like 600 is fast. I'll have to double check. Yeah. If it's running on, oh wait, there's an app I can check. Lol. If you're running on old copper lines, so like if that 600 megabytes is on fiber, it's going to be super clean and fast and efficient. If it's running on old copper lines still, it's going to be a little bit slower, even though they tell you it can get up to that. It still has to deal with resistance, and there's more resistance in copper lines than there are in fiber. Not to mention that they I talked to the guy who was telling me, is like the reason why the fiber, they have to estimate out the length of the line so that they can adjust the light to be able to bounce back and forth between those 2 points efficiently and at the right speeds and stuff like that. Whereas the copper, depending on the length, the how old the copper is, bends, nicks, and there's also transmission things that can cause it to slow down as well. So interference, there's a whole mess of things that can make it slow down in weird ways. I did a whole year's worth of I did an autism deep dive into fiber optics and other internet lines, classic Romex cable lines. Romex is for electrical, but copper lines for low voltage AV stuff. Okay, so we still need to make some adjustments here. What do we got next? We have page number 5 is next. We'll look at our layout. What's on our layout next? Let's grab these for now. Let's put these on 5. Don't need this right now. That one's going to come first. This one's going to come second. Some of this may change. Go ahead and save that. So sometimes when I'm working on these things, I'll bounce around between different pages or whatever. If I get stuck on something, or if I'm like, okay, this looks pretty good, but I'll move on to the next one, start pulling things together. sometimes it'll spark me like, oh, I want to have these two things to associate with that, or I need to go back and put this thing in that other one to make it all work out. Currently, I'm getting 481 megabytes, so I'm supposed to be getting 500. Okay, so you're close. Yeah, you're going to lose a little bit in transmission. That's just normal. Normal, typical copper lines. Yeah, I think I want to do a rewrite. I don't like this because I already talked about that in the last one. Get to watch ADHD brain in action. No, I don't want that. Yeah, I gotta figure out. I don't know, something. I also have to remember. So even though I'm streaming this, I have to remember. I had to do this on the first two books as well. There are some points when you can stress and strain over looking at a page and trying to figure out, okay, there's things that I want to do, there's things that I want to make sure are consistent and play with the next pieces and all of those things. But eventually you can stress and strain on it all you want about trying to make it perfect or redrawing it and stuff like that, but eventually you will have to pick something. You can't, I mean, I guess there are some people that redo things forever, but for me, I have to get to a point where I'm like, no, it is satisfying all of these conditions. It may be missing on these one or two things, but it's good. Like I have to pick up the pencil and not redraw anything again sometimes. I've had to do that with a couple pages in the first two books where I'm just like, no, it's, it's not perfect, but it's within like 80% of being really good. So like that can be, that's okay. That can be done that way. I'll have to show the jump gate between systems next time. That's pretty cinematic. That'd be cool. Yeah, let me know. Also, Mr. Alex was mad at you that you did not alert him to the stream last night. He was very upset with you. He said, and I quote, "You had one job." I believe that was the quote. Damn it, Sonny, you had one job. In all honesty, I forgot to message him too, so a little bit my fault too. Let's see. Do I want to? It's a really low-hanging picture. There we go. I was looking because I was in game. Which is funny because you were... Oh, you had, that's right, you had raided and brought over your people from your stream, but you kept playing. That's what it was. I see. Nah, he's all right. He'll be good. Look, if he subscribed to the channel like he should be getting notifications. I know they're a little bit off sometimes, but they should be letting him know too. That's the funny part. I can make these about even with each other. Better. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. There we go. A little better. Now we're at least even across so that you can read left to right and it makes sense with what's going on here. I think I do want to take... I'm going to take that, move it down just a little bit more. I'm going to finish the Destiny story this week. I'm determined. I'm going to have to start the grind for it. Nice. Yeah, I started doing all of the side stories on Saturday night. And I can't quite tell if the side stories were something I needed to finish while I was doing the campaign, or if they're something that I should be doing after the campaign. Not quite sure, but I'm doing them, so I'm getting closer to, I'm getting towards, wow, towards, I'm almost at 200, let's just say that. I'm above 150, and I've got most of my gear have 150 pieces on them, but I've got, it's still a little ways. I haven't gotten any 160 gear yet, so I don't think, but I'm getting there. Let's do... There's different ways to highlight a character. So one of the ways we can do that is with these marks, right? These notation marks. It's a graphical way to represent that this object or whatever is important that we're highlighting here. The other way to do that is to make a gradient like this. I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to put it on this one, on this version of him that's the bigger version. I might want to do that. Let's put it behind everything. Or I could do a version where you put it behind his little character. See, that's all grouped together, so I think I have to click into it first. Copy. Yeah, I do. Okay. Paste. Where are you at? There it is. Should be. And we might do both, it just depends. Because we want him to stand out. Background is fun because it kind of gives us reference image, you know, what's going on, but we would definitely want to make that part stand out. There's a difference between those two. Was going to be recruited by my dungeon date, but I haven't done the story, so I wouldn't have been able to help. So I was like, okay, time to start the grind, get caught up so I can help when needed. Yeah, there you go. I've got 50 pieces. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 200 is the cap, or then your gear score. Gear score? No, then your artifact is what pushes it higher from there. So it's the grind from 10 to 200, and then the grind for your artifact score afterwards. In tiers of the armor and stuff like that. Centered. Yes. Okay, so wrong way. That needs to go there. Pretty sure if I do that, it's going to give us a harsh edge. Oh no, it's not too bad. Question is, then do we need this one? Might be a dual thing. We might need both pieces to kind of really highlight that moment that we're talking about here. Okay, yeah, this will make him closer to the wall. There we go. So, like, sometimes it's all about micro adjustments. You get something down on the page that you're okay with at the moment, and then you go through and you make those micro adjustments that hopefully help emphasize what you're looking for. So by moving that wall a little bit, we actually pushed the picture frame higher up, not so close to the bottom, and we actually made him closer to the wall in that. So the only problem that we have to think about with this page and this design now for this illustration is how close we are to the bottom here. So like if we print this page out, it's going to look like this, right? So he's kind of crammed down to the bottom, but our main focus is supposed to be here anyways, and this interaction between him looking at himself as a younger. So like we've done a good job of getting that pretty close, and we've offset it a little bit closer to this side because this part of the book is going to get sucked into the middle for the dual page. So if you ever have a spread like this, or you're putting it together like this, make sure, this is why I have these arrows here, is you leave more room in the center. What do they call it? The gully? I think that's what they call it. Leave more on your non-leading edge, on your edge that folds together in the middle. This way your design or your illustration doesn't get sucked into that and is folded out correctly where people can see it. Just design stuff. Just being aware of how pages fold, especially if you're doing, like I do all of mine in hardcover right now. May do paperback at some point, but for the hardcover ones, it's a stiff book, right? So you can press it and you can push out the spine and stuff like that, but yeah, when you first open it, it's pretty stiff and those pages are not folded over yet at all. So you definitely want to leave some space and room on the right hand side, or whatever the side is that leads into the gully, so that it can fold in there. So I like to crowd mine a little bit further to the left, not so centered, but that's just me. Because I believe if we pull up some guides, this is why I don't have center guides either. So our page is 8. What is our page? 8 point. So our center would be somewhere in there. So yeah, that's roughly where our center is, give or take. Oh, interesting, I pulled that one. Oh, I did it differently. Meh. Macaque. Let's see. Get rid of that one from the moment. I forgot, if you let go of the guide inside of the frame, it actually puts it inside of the frame rather than going all the way through, kind of thing. Which is, it's here nor there, but yeah, you can definitely see that's where the center point of the page is. So we've kind of moved some of the elements heavy to the left more side and left more blank space-ish on the right. I definitely have to be careful of the fold for the edge of these words, but I think we're okay since we're about another 1/4 inch off of our 1/4 inch from the edge. So we got about a 1/2 inch difference here. So like this should be pretty good. Okay. Yep. Okay, so I think these were, yeah, those were 5s on the 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I want to change this. I don't want to, like, I thought about referencing back to book 2. At the very beginning of book 2, this is the first thing. His Button's waking up at the top of his cat tree, little cat nap up there, and that's the first thing he says. Like, I was like, oh, I could reference that at the beginning of book 3, just kind of as a little fun, you know, but like, I'm also thinking to myself, do I want to repeat that too many times? I want to make that joke about him liking laying in the sun too much. I think that's the last time I referenced it. I don't think I have any other times that I remember that I referenced that, but definitely need to do a little rewrite on that. I'm not sure what it's gonna need, but definitely need something different. Did I already close the other one? No, there it is. There's page 5. I think we are good with that one now. Yeah. Okay, so we have a solid start with this, which references it back to part of what I'm going to be doing with the cover as well. You guys haven't gotten to see that quite yet, but I don't know what happened, but I'm up to 6K buttons. Yeah, because you did that tier 3 sub. You went up in the world. Okay, so we are coming up on our next break, so we're going to pause here for the moment, and then once that break is done, then we'll come back. And we're gonna do a big stretch. Hey, thank you, Sunny.
Says big stretch.
Oh, big stretch. Oh, sounds like a good idea. I haven't gone and gotten anything to drink yet either. Oh my god. Oh. Thank you, Sunny. I needed that stretch so badly. Holy shit. Oh. I went to clean the... God, I'm so old. I went to wipe off my windshield this morning before I took my daughter to school. And I climbed up on the front tire so I could reach all the way across and clean. And like a dumbass, instead of climbing off of the tire when I got down, I jumped off of it and tried to do like a fancy twist move landing, superhero landing. My body went, yeah, no, everything in my back spinal column is bend the knees. Yeah, if it was that, I think I would have been okay. Unfortunately, I have an injury from when I worked construction. I fell off the top of an 8-foot ladder and just crashed straight onto my back. So I'm basically doomed to have back issues for the rest of my life in some ways or others. So far, it hasn't been like too crazy, but every once in a while, if I get too adventurous, which is a funny sentence, it likes to remind me, being like, hey, remember that time you fell off that ladder? Yeah, here you go. So it's doing that to me right now. Everything is super tight. It's trying to do its job. It's trying to repair damages that I've done over the years. So the stretching definitely helps for sure. Okay. Got a minute left. I'm gonna go grab something to drink real quick. I'll be back. I'll be back. All right. Yeah, no, so that's the other part of dealing with part of this is I could be sitting in my chair and doing these streams and stuff like that. Hello, stream, welcome back. Hectic's chair. We were just talking about my back injuries and why the stretch reward is a nice one for me every once in a while. It helps out. But what I was saying is that, like, during these streams, I stand for the 3 hours that I stream. I don't, because I came from construction background, standing for 8 hours a day was just kind of my, kind of my thing. I got used to it. I understand it. My body's just like, yep, I can do that. But one of the things I didn't want to do when I stopped doing construction was get too complacent with just sitting in chairs and stuff like that. So when I did decide to come back to doing streaming more often, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stand. I'm going to put the stretch command. I'm going to do stuff like that in, because I want to make sure that I'm not letting things get too settled. I also realized that, like, sitting for too long, my back also doesn't like that either. So I'm kind of trying to balance the two things where I'll do the stream standing, and then afterwards for the cleanup stuff where I'm publishing the videos and making sure things are put out there, I'll sit for that. So this way I'm splitting my time between the two. The only problem with that is that sometimes when I'm looking at chat on my right side monitor, I'll lean on the desk the whole time, and I have to remember not to do that too often, otherwise. Is the desk convertible? Yes. So a while ago, I'll have to put up a picture on the stream at some point of what my setup looks like. I tried to set up a camera for it the other day, and it was not happy with me. So, but I had made a top for. I have a little desk, a little space over in a corner, on a corner wall, and I had built a little faux desktop top that went on top of a desk. So I made a false top for another desk because the old desktop was just getting destroyed and ripped apart. It was just a cheapy, like, Walmart one. So I made a wood one to go over top. Which gave me the ability to make a little tray in the back for all the cords and stuff like that. So when I finally had, I did a couple of little side jobs, had some money to buy just the conversion. So you can buy just the legs that do the up and down without a top on it. So I found a pair that would fit for the top that I had made. So I set up, jacked the top up with all of my gear still on top of it, pulled the old desk out, put the new one in with the mechanics, got it raised up just underneath it, bolted it together, and I did that. I have a nice little up and down desk. I don't have a big enough space to make a 3-screen wide setup, so I've got a 2 wide setup with my 55-inch TV as a third monitor above the other two. Yeah, I think you sent me pictures of that at one point. That's pretty crazy. I love having the 2 monitors, like, for my workflow and for being able to manage everything. It's super nice. 3 for me sounds a little overkill. I'm in a really tiny little space. I think my desk is only 33 inches wide. It's not even 30. It's not even a full 3 feet. It's short. So there's no room for me to have a third monitor here, and I'm having to. Both of my monitors are angled right now too, so they face towards the center. I don't even have them like flat kind of thing. That's how small my desk is. But it works. It gets me out in the living room so that I can also be a part of different stuff, or we can, if there's stuff we want to watch that I can put on the computer, I actually have a HDMI switcher, which I can press a button and then I can connect to our big TV over where we watch, like, do Mrs. How Does Gaming, or when we watch our Dropout.tv or anything like that, Netflix, whatever it is. So, like, we have a 36-inch, 44-inch TV that's like 2 feet away from me, 3 feet away from me, but I just don't use it as a third monitor because it's just far enough away that I would have to walk to see what's on it. I would literally have to back up to see it. I think I have, the way I have it set up, let me look at my display settings here. Yeah, I have two displays on my desk, and then when I use the TV, I just use that as a mirrored display. So it's just displaying whatever's on my main monitor. This way, like I said, this way we can watch TV or do stuff on the computer on the big screen. Okay, so I think I want to build one more thing, and do I have, I'm trying to remember if I have another, if I've built something similar to this at some point. I don't think so. Paste, select, I don't want to do that. Let's just do that. That works. Object. We want to reflect, but we want to do... It's weird that it shows this panel that pops up, but it won't show up any of these menu options that I can pick up at the top. It's weird. Okay, so I want to go to the back. Let's put this, just tell it to go to the back range. Send to back. And we're gonna do this one there, this one there. Look at that. My desk is 55. Okay, so you got a much wider desk than I do. I don't have my tape measure on me. I do have a ruler. I can try to measure it for you. I'm 18. No, maybe it is a 36. I've got a 40, I have a 40-inch desk. I got a little guy still. Just a wee little guy. I went through my emails. Got something here, but we need to change. That one needs to be even brighter. There we go. Got a box. Send a picture of it from Amazon. Ooh. Okay, I gotta look. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ooh, I like that. Does it go up and down too? No, that was just stagnant, isn't it? Yeah, it's got the hook on it and stuff. That's cool. I like the top of that. Got the cup holder you can put on it. Yeah, I did mine on a budget. No hydraulics. I did mine on a budget. You may be saying, but Tahoe, yours has some kind of mechanics to make it go up and down. You would be correct. And I found a one on Amazon that was cheap. I'm doing my best to make sure I don't break it, because I can't afford a nice one. There we go. There. There we go. Fixed it. Wonder why it was being a bud. Okay, so to make this make more sense, let's drop that a little bit. Let's also drop this a little bit. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. I want to make it a little bit more gray on the inside. There we go. When I got it, I was like, I didn't order this from IKEA. Why is it not put together? Yeah, it's everything you buy like that. It's always going to be some assembly required. It's just the way it is. And there's nothing wrong with IKEA furniture. We have a piece of IKEA furniture that's been in our house for more than 20 years. So it really depends on if you take care of them or not. Disc was 140, so I thought it was reasonable. Yeah, no, that's a really good price for that. And a really nice desk and a nice top on it too. No, I think you got a killer deal for that. And I think that's what I was looking for when I was trying to figure out my setup. I was like, I don't want to spend more than $100. I mean, if I'm gonna spend way more than $100, or if I'm gonna spend more than $100, I'll get something nice. Like that would be something nice. It's 63 inches. That's fine. That would be great. But I was like, wow. But I want the mechanic to be able to go up and down, so that's going to cost me a little bit more. So That's why I was looking for. If I can just get the legs, I already have the top made myself, then the legs would be a killer way to finish that off. Oop. There we go. Okay, there we go. My next Star Citizen purchase may be pedals that allow me to rotate the ship instead of twisting my stick. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I can imagine you with a big ass rig at some point with everything on it. All the bells and whistles. Make a cockpit. I've seen videos of people that have done that, and I'm like, that's really, really cool. That would be for me, not as much like having it, but trying to build it and figure out all the little pieces that I wanted to put in for that. That would be really exciting for me. Like, I would love to build something like that. I have dreams of that. That's the problem. Living so far away from everybody, even like Thunder in Alaska, whenever he's like, oh, I did XYZ, I was like, oh man, I would have killed to come help you with that. I just live too fucking far away. I got no money to get to anybody either. Oh, god damn it. I'm here now. Hello, Alex. Welcome, sir. Good morning, good afternoon. Hey, the stream happened. Hey, Alex, the stream is going on, just to let you know, so you don't miss it. Ooh. Am I too late? No, I think that works pretty good. That looks like a box. That look like a box? A smidge. We're a smidge off, right? I know what I can grab. Back in the... Oh no, wait, where was it? Where was it? It wasn't this one. Oh, I did have a box. I forgot I had a box already made. With a little packing tape on it too. Shoot. I knew I had made one. I couldn't remember where it was. Ah, yes, that's the... I also have to remember the rule is that I have to do the outlines around it like this too. So I'm glad I came and looked at this. That's that. So I want this box. That's that. Okay. Let's grab all of this. Select all. Copy. I feel like it's going to grab other stuff too, which it did. Don't want that stuff. Copy. Don't save. Paste. This is our inspiration. To be fair, I was lurking, so I didn't get to watch much, but I did raid Tao. He did. He did indeed. He brought all the friends. Man, that was super... Why was it that color? Oh, that's right, because it's behind the glass. That's the other thing I want to add. Copy. Go back to 4 real quick. I want to add some glass to this. This is the cool thing, like, once I have a bunch of assets built, then I can always go back and grab them and pull them and use them for different stuff in these other illustrations, which is super nice. How's your Monday going, Alex? You working hard today? I was just in time for Dreamer to have mic issues. Yeah, that was an interesting one where it crashed OBS on us. Days going slow. That's okay. Slow days on Mondays, that's okay. I will accept that. Nothing wrong with a slow day on Monday. Hopefully that's a good thing for you as well. I know for Mrs. Tao, for Dreamer, when it's slow days, she goes crazy. She likes to be busy. Too far. There we go. Got a little glass going on now. I'm hourly, so it doesn't matter. That makes sense. I remember those days. I think I'm gonna change. Because they're interacting too much with our thing here, so we need to change these. We'll push them down to the corner so that they're out of the way. Got that. Remove those, and we've cut them. This should look correct now. Might want to. These are at 79%. I might drop these down a little bit more. Let's go down to 50 for now. %. We did also complete our challenge, Alex, so we got our special treat for our puppies too. So that's our video that's playing up in the right hand corner of Sora getting her treat. We also have a bigger version. If you want me to pull that up, let me know. I will pop that up on screen so you can see it. There we go. We got those all cut out. Hey, now it looks like the frame with glass in it. Gives it a little extra dimension, which is nice. Let's see, got a couple things we need to work on here. Got this set up. We need to make all of these illustrations look like, essentially like this. So, picture frame looks beautiful, but we do need to add that outline around it. That is part of the style. That kind of hand-drawn style. I do have to say my daughter and I went to a card convention this weekend. Oops. And she was fortunate enough to have an old deck box. She was, Mrs. Tahoe had a client that was an old card dealer, and she had this old Pokemon card box that she's just like, I don't know what to do with this anymore. I'm not selling cards or anything anymore. Do you know anybody that would be interested? And she's like, well, my daughter collects these, so she would probably love it. So my daughter brought that with her to the convention on Sunday, and we were kind of looking for information about it because there was very little about it online. It was an old deck. It was an old deck box that had packs inside of it, not like packs, but little deck box packs, and never been opened, never been unsealed, really good condition. And online we just couldn't find anybody that had either sold one or price for it was. So we're like, well, let's just go to the convention. We'll see if anybody knows anything about it, and maybe they'll give her a good price for it. And she found a guy that worked in vintage cards and stuff like that, and he offered her $250 for it. So, but like even he was like, yeah, I can't find any information about it. So like, and this is an old box, so not sure what would be good in it or anything like that, but he wanted to take it off of, give her money for it, and for him that's probably trying to resell it and see what he can get for it, but it was cool. Hopefully we don't see a video at some point being like, oh, I bought this off some kid and it's worth $10,000. That'd be wild. But she was happy, so that was all that mattered. Now if I can just sell all of my old 90s baseball, basketball cards, that would be really awesome too. So if anybody knows anybody that wants to buy 90s, Michael Jordan cards or anything like that, hit me up. I'll be happy to sell them to you. If you want that old 90s nostalgia. And they may not be like the best cards, but they're definitely something. There we go. Much better. Let's see. I want to get rid of... I don't want those guides anymore. Make sure and save your work. Especially if you're working digitally. Don't need that anymore. Okay. Same thing here. Yeah, let's do... yeah. I don't know what to do. I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, let's see, is that... Well, I kind of like that. It's kind of not bad, that color. I gotta go get my garbage cans. Trash came through. Let's see, no. More yellow? I think I want more yellow. Pardon me. Excuse me twice. My bad. Definitely more green. There we go. Always gotta add the little tape part on there. The other thing that I want to grab from this is these two things. Just because it's kind of fun sometimes to do that. Group that. There was an effect ability. I'll have to see if I can find it. It's a distort. No, it's not a distort. There it is. Transform. You guys can't see this. There it is. Free distort. What I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm just gonna bend it a little bit around the corner. Right again. Oh man, it's supposed to be both of them. Can't. Oh man. Yeah, like that. Okay, try it again. Transform, free distort. A little bit less this time, but I think I can adjust this if I wanted to instead of just trying to redo it. Just little fun little things I can throw on to these little guys just to give them a little bit more personality. Personality. Let's see, do I want to put on... So I definitely did gradients on this box. Do I want to do gradients for this one? Let's see, let's do that. Oop, I got way too many now. Make it darker. Let's put it negative 90. There we go. Yeah, it gives it a little bit more dimension, so definitely worth it. You butt sniff. Double click. We were negative 90. Yep. Too much. Gosh dang it. Yeah, something like that. We're getting there. Okay. Question is, do I want to do something similar here? This one we want to do a positive 90. We want it to come from that top down. Kind of want it to be squished way up here. Maybe it's... No, it's not 120. It's got to be 60. 60 would be better. 65? Let's go 70. We're just trying to give it a little bit of dimension, a little bit of space here. So it's not as flat. We don't want to go too crazy with it, but we definitely want to give it something. Let's see, this was 60 is what I did with that, but I want to go, I think I want to go the opposite direction. No, still 70. 70? Am I right? There we go. There we go. Okay, so then we have to take something like this and do similar to this, where we're going to add outlines around the outside edge to make it fit into the Stitch Tales cinematic universe. There you go. We are going to save it real quick. Guess this needs to be just a solid color. Bam. Not you. Wait, did that move? That's weird. That moved for some reason. Okay, so question is, for anybody who's wondering at some point someday whether or not I actually went through and did the artwork for all this, they can come back and look at all these little points that I'm putting in for this. They can see all the hours and time I spent putting in all these little dots. Don't like that one. Maybe it's not that I don't like, maybe it's this. Yeah, definitely gotta go to 80. 70 was too late. Okay, there we go. It's better. We're getting there. You know what? I think I want to change that. I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in there for that. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted for that one. Okie dokie. So the last ones we gotta do. These ones on the bottom of the box. Eesh. Okay, let's look at that real quick. Yeah, that gives us what I'm looking for. Kind of has that same vibe. This little guy. And it's a box. We made a box. We spent 30 minutes and we made a box. Question is, should I do... I've got this little tag that I put on here because I thought that was fun to put on there. I can't remember if this is an actual bar. No, I think I just made up this barcode. This barcode is not a real barcode. If I should put that on my box as well. My new box. Something along those lines. For funsies. Ooh, I'll have to do the... Okay, let's group it real quick. Have to do an effect, free distort. Oh, it kind of worked out pretty good. Can we do free distort? Apply new effect. Okay, edit the current, double click on the name of the effect in the effects panel. That's right. If I can remember where the effects panel is. Appearance. There it is, free distort. Needs a little bit more. Oop, no, it needs a little bit less. A little bit less. There we go. Something like that. Oh, I think I have a good way. Okay, coming up with ideas here. Do, 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 do. I have an idea. I have to figure out if I can pull it off or not. Let's group this whole thing together, group. And if it will work. Pardon me. Yeah, okay. I think I have an idea. I think we need to make some changes. We're making edits on the fly. Let's see. Playing in boxes. Save. Okay, yeah, I have an idea. What we're gonna do. So I made this, but, and it's beautiful, it might be too tall. I think I want to do is I want to make a slightly shorter version of it. So now the question is, how do I do that? Can I just... no. Can't do that. Oh, I know how. I need to do this, this. Yeah, there we go. Same thing here, this and this. Okay. And then everything else can move up into that zone, which is fine. That's easy enough to do. But we need to move all of these points now. I think the easier thing would be to shift this whole thing up and then bring these down. I think that would be the easier route here. Ah, dang it. No, why do you keep selecting that? It's not the thing that I want to select. This point. Thank you. Yikes. Yeah, so now we have to shift all of this stuff to hide it now inside the box as well. Same thing. Okay. Oh, I think that's where I got in trouble last time, as I thought I had said it correctly, but I did not. There we go. Yep, everything's contained in there. That all looks good. Bam, we shortened it up. Look at that. Look at a box. We're going to save that. We're also going to copy it. And we're going to put it on this page as well. Make its own layer. We're going to put it kind of over here. So this page will end up looking like this. Even though the object goes off the screen, it's going to get cut and cropped like that. So we're all good. All right, stream, we are within 30 seconds of our next break here. Actually, it'll be our last break for our stream. But come on. There we go. We're going to pause right here for the moment. Go do our break, and then we'll come back and we'll keep working on... Oh no, it is 12. Wow, that was fast. Fast time. This will be our last one. We will be done after this. We were going to roll up our stream. So, wow, that was a quick ad break. This is the thing about Twitch. Like, sometimes it's fast with these breaks. Sometimes it's not. It just really depends. Oh, does it take away my... Oh, it did. Okay, I did that wrong. Yep. All right, we are in the break. I am off on my time a little bit. Let's see, where's my folder? Add timer. Okay, there we go. We caught up. I fixed it. No worries, I fixed it. All right. Well, that was a very quick 3 hours. That's the problem sometimes when you get into doing work like this, is that time just flies by and you're like, oh shit, it's been 3 hours. Ha 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 ha. That's I sometimes I wonder about like doing these on stream, and whether or not I actually have enough time to do the work that I want to be able to do. No, I guess it would work. It's just going to be spread out a little bit differently. Instead of getting huge chunks done, or all like in a 6 or 8 hour time span, I guess it's 3 hours, just 3 or 4 days a week, depending. 3 days. And then I can still work on stuff in between, and then talk about stuff that got done while off stream as well. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll mess with it. We'll have to go through and give our breakdown, update all of our graphics and stuff like that for our progress for the week, or at least for the day. We'll put that up on stream. We'll do those things. Okay, we should be... We'll give it an extra second here. We'll riff for a second before, make sure that the ads are all done and stuff like that. Alex, if you are still here... Oop, I don't see him though. Dang, he must have had to go back to work. Okay, so we got some of this worked on today. We got page number 4 kind of put together. We got our little box moved over into this section, which is fun. And we started on page 5, changed part of our wordings because I don't want to repeat the same thing that I kind of did in book 2. So we're gonna do a little rewrites on the fly, which definitely happens. But yeah, we got, this is kind of cool. I like how this picture frame kind of came out with the little glass. I'm glad I double checked on those pages from book number 1 that had similar stuff into it. Oh, thank you, Dreamer. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I'll give you the breakdown now that you're here. So this is our page number 4 that I worked on today. We got kind of worked out a little bit. Still need some adjustments and stuff like that, but we're getting there. But we got the picture frame idea, and it's on the wall with the little glass thing, so it makes it look a little shiny. And then our character here, all a little bit more grown up. Actually, a lot bit more grown up. Kind of referencing himself from the first book. This is the last page in the first book, so kind of gives it that scrapbook feeling style, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a cool little homage, a little fun that I got to have with that, putting that together. This was kind of Sunny's idea. He came up with this. And then we did a little bit of rewrites here for this one. So instead of saying he's laying in the sun, because that was something we did in book 2 at the very beginning, I changed it to he's playing the box. So that's why we've got the box kind of here, referencing, you know, maybe he took the picture out of the box or something like that. And then we'll have him in here, and this will be our connection point, our talking point for what's going on from here. But yeah, that's what we got done today. Or that's what we got worked on today. There's our story layout. Make sure that one is saved. Character stuff, that one's saved. Everything's saved. So we're good to go on that. So let's bring up our Canva here. Shoop. Okay. So since we worked on page 4 today, we kind of have to leave page 3 in the state that it's in because we have some other stuff that comes along with that, but we're not ready for that yet. We're not revealing the title quite yet. So, but what we can do is we can mark progress on number 4 here. And I think we're got pretty close on this one. We started number 5, but definitely way less of number 5. And we did copy, paste, let's put this here. We made one minor adjustment here on book 2, page 2, but we don't have an ISBN, so that one, once we do the ISBN and the Library of Congress number, that one will shoot up pretty fast. So kind of our progress for the day here. Not too bad. No work on our cover quite yet. But yeah, got a few pages rolling. Got some stuff. I'm at 64 power now. Nice. Good job, Sonny. You're doing it. You're doing it, my friend. Well, let's group these together because today is Monday. So that's what we got done today. That's what our progress is looking like at the moment. We also celebrated that we got to our goal for getting Sora her treat. So we got to watch the video here with Sora. She's being a good girl. So on Wednesday when we do our stream, I'll set up the next one for patch, our next challenge, and then I'll definitely make it way more attainable rather than this 100k, because that was way too much. Probably do a 50 is what we'll do. We'll do half of this, and then we should be able to do that for sure. And hopefully I will do better about that in general and not worry about when it does and doesn't get hit, or when we hit that goal. And I now have 7k. You're gonna have so many points. You're gonna have enough points for, luckily it caps you at 2,000, so you can only put in 2k per stream, but you've got enough for a little bit now. It'll take a little bit to get to that 50k for sure, but look at that. The salmon fingers. That's her favorite, salmon fingers. Yeah, that's what we got done. So we'll swap out on Wednesday for Patch. Patch will be back up in the news here, up on our Furry Friends. What else did we do? We changed the name of our channel points to just buttons at the moment. Still working on some ideas. Still trying to figure out what we want to name them, with whether or not they're buttons or they're button points or something along those lines. I think it needs to be 2 words, honestly. Something. We gotta come up with some ideas. Can we make it so I get a special treat next time I want dahlias if the points are earned? That would be... So I could... I will be holding my points. Yeah, if we do... I could do a special reward or redemption thing. Not, it wouldn't be... Do you want to make it the community challenge that you get the reward? So it won't be Patch next time, it'll be Dreamer. You have to put a picture of you up there. People will be able to pet you. Is that what you're looking for here? People will be able to pet the furry friend.
Tahoe anime pet the furry friend.
She's a good dog. She deserves all the pets in the world. We'll have to discuss that later. We'll come up with some fun stuff. I have some ideas for some more rewards, maybe some giveaway stuff in the chat if people have enough points to redeem certain things, maybe even signed copies of my book for people that come to watch. That's definitely an option as well. So, but I got to figure out how to make that safe and secure and stuff like that too. So I got to mess with that some more in due time. This is the slow build up of things for sure. Okay, with that, here is our schedule for the rest of the week. We'll zoom in a little bit here. Today, Monday, just got this stream done. Went really, really fast. Wednesday, we have a shorter stream. That's 9 to 11. It's just an hour difference. Just a little bit shorter there. And then Friday, we will be back on for another 9 to 12 p.m. stream. We may or may not do a title reveal on Friday. I haven't figured out all of the details yet, so we'll see what I want to do about that. May need to push that to next week, but it just depends. We're getting close enough now where I have to decide whether or not, or how I want to reveal that, so that the rest of the illustrations and stuff make sense from here. So if that rolls with everybody. But yeah, thank you everybody. Thanks for coming by. Thanks Dreamer. Thanks Sunny. Thanks Alex. Thank you B-Shack as well. Thank you guys for coming in and watching for a little bit. I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully pending anything crazy happening before Wednesday, I should be back for more streaming, more working on book pages, and going from there. So, and I hope people are enjoying this. If you watch this on YouTube, feel free to leave comments or ask questions about any of the things, what I've got going on, publishing, programs I use, whatever you want, just let me know. I will do my best to answer them on the next stream for sure. But have a good afternoon. Have a good rest of your Monday, everybody. And I will see you next time. Bye.